Alright, what's up, guys? I saw this video from NBC Sports about ranking the top 20 players right now, and this was written September 23rd, I believe it said, of this year, which is 2021. So I'm gonna go through it, see what I agree with, what I disagree with, and just give my overall commentary on it. One interesting thing I noticed, it says notable omissions, and it has Donovan Mitchell over here, but Donovan Mitchell's right here. I kind of scanned through the article. Donovan Mitchell's right here, so he's not actually not on this. But I mean, all these players I don't really think are top 20 players right now. I mean, Cat's up there, and Jaylen Brown probably will be up there, but I don't know. Zion Williamson at number 20. It's weird to think of Zion as just a top 20 player with how good he is and how dominant he is, but the NBA is in like a really good spot. There's a lot of really, really talented players out there. I'm not going to give my exact order of this because I would have to think, and I don't feel like doing that. But I feel like Zion should probably be a little bit higher than 20, just because of how dominant he is. Let's go on to Trey Young. After the postseason he just had, I feel like he's going to be higher too. I'm not a big Trey Young guy. I really don't like his game all that much, but I gotta admit that he is really good. So, I mean, I gotta give it to him. Trey Young should probably be a little bit higher. Donovan Mitchell, I am a big Donovan Mitchell guy. I feel like he should definitely be higher than 18. I don't know who I moved down, but I feel like Donovan Mitchell should definitely be higher than 18. Chris Paul, Chris Paul's great. He's one of my favorite point guards of all time, if not my favorite point guard of all time. But I can't say I would take Chris Paul over Donovan Mitchell. I'm not even sure if I would take Chris Paul over Trey Young right now. I mean, Chris Paul's a really good defender. He's old, but he's still one of the best leaders in the league. So, yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with Chris Paul being top 20, but above Donovan Mitchell, I don't know about that one. Paul George, I mean, Paul George, yeah, he's not like the guy, but I mean, he is a good player. Top 20, he's probably somewhere around there. I would say that he's definitely top 20. I mean, he's probably the best defender that we've seen so far on this list. Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's definitely a good player. 16 though. To be honest with you, I don't know if I'm taking Paul George over Donovan Mitchell. I don't think I am. So, I'm going to keep going back to that. Jimmy Butler at 15. I'm a Miami guy. That's the team I like to root for, Miami. And I'm a big Jimmy Butler fan. I think the Heat and Jimmy Butler have the perfect marriage going on. I think Jimmy's definitely in the top 15-ish, like on those outskirts. I'd probably take Jimmy over everybody I saw so far. I mean, last season you could say Donovan Mitchell, but I don't know. Jimmy Butler is really good, and he's a really good leader, provided that he has the right circumstances around him. So, I mean, I'm cool with Jimmy in the top 15. Devin Booker, I mean, yeah, he's a pretty great scorer. He had a good postseason run. I mean, yeah, he's definitely in the top 20. 14, that's a tough call, but yeah, I mean, he definitely belongs up there. Bradley Beal, Bradley Beal's a great scorer. I mean, he can definitely score the ball. He really likes Washington for some reason. I feel like he's too high, personally. Like, I would drop him down. Like, I'm taking Donovan Mitchell over Bradley Beal. As good as Bradley Beal is, I'm taking Donovan Mitchell over him. So, I mean, he is top 20 though, but I feel like he's too high. Jason Tatum, man, I'm a big Jason Tatum guy, and it pains me to say because I'm a Heat fan, so I hate the Celtics. Jason Tatum's really good though, like really good. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are both really good. Tatum could average 30 if he wants to. Like, he can score on anybody, so I mean, I'm happy with Tatum at 12. Like, I think that's a good spot for him. I think that's around where he's at. Dame, 11. This is actually where I have Dame myself at 11. And that's what I'm talking about with the NBA being so good. I mean, you look at Dame and it's crazy to think he's not a top 10 player. Like, just what he's capable of. Yeah, I mean, not much else to say. Dame's definitely elite. So, Anthony Davis at 10. Okay. Anthony Davis is cool. He's, when he's on the court, I mean, yeah. If we're taking injuries in the play, I have to drop him. Like, I would put Dame above Anthony Davis if we're taking injuries in the play. But if we're just talking, like, when they're on the court, I can definitely see Anthony Davis over Dame. Anthony Davis is a monster. What was he giving it? Like 30 in the playoffs when he was on the floor? So, Luka at 9. I'm pretty high on Luka. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big Luka Doncic fan. Personally, I think Luka's too low here. I think Luka's probably like top 6, top 7-ish. Personally, I have Joel Embiid around like 10. But yeah, I can see Luka. And Embiid, I mean, absolute monster. Personally, I don't know. I'm taking Luka over Embiid, but Embiid's absolutely a beast. Jokic, I agree that Jokic is above Joel Embiid. I think Jokic is the best center in the league, purely because of how dominant offensively he is. I mean, obviously, there's no competition. Embiid's a better defender, but I'll take Jokic. I mean, I think that's a pretty good spot for him. Personally, I think Luka's better than Jokic, which is funny to say because, I mean, Jokic is the MVP, but that's just me. Kawhi Leonard, yeah, I mean, yeah, he's Kawhi, he comes up big in the playoffs normally. He's one of the best on-ball defenders in the league. He's not the best anymore. I don't know if he was ever the best because Drew Holiday's been in the league, but he was among the best, definitely. Yeah, I mean, he's Kawhi. He'll give you like 25 with elite defense the entire game. So, yeah, I mean, Kawhi's cool. James Harden. Now this guy, I mean, I can't deny that James Harden's good, like really good. Probably the best shooting guard in the league. Yeah, I mean, James Harden will give you 30 and 10 on a nightly basis. He's on the Nets now too, so I mean that team is pretty crazy. So yeah, I mean, he's pretty cool. I noticed that there's no Kyrie Irving yet. Also, there's no Kyrie Irving. There's no way Kyrie Irving's above anybody on this list. Steph Curry at 4. Yeah, I mean Steph. He's definitely up there. I could see like pretty much any of these guys being considered the best player on the planet. I could see James Harden having his day in the regular season, not in the playoffs. I could see Steph being called the best player on the planet. I mean, Steph's offense is just so far beyond everybody else's, like his ability to shoot, that it makes him just so like. Because I mean, like, who's next? Like LeBron can defend better than Steph Curry. I mean, Kawhi can defend better than Steph. James Harden, if he wanted to, could probably defend better than Steph Curry. But none of those guys are giving you the spacing that Steph Curry is. Because, I mean, Steph Curry legitimately after half court, you have to guard him. So, plus Steph is, like, better off ball than any of these guys. Like, and it's not even close. Like, Steph's gravity off ball just opens everything. I mean, Steph's on another level. I'm a big Steph guy, if you can't tell. Steph might be my favorite point guard. I know I said Chris Paul earlier, but Steph is one of my favorite players in the league. He's definitely the most exciting player to watch. So, yeah, I mean, Steph at 4. It's cool. LeBron, on any given night, can be the best player on the planet. I mean, he's been falling off slowly, but, like, he was so much better than everyone that his fall off is just, like, he's still better than most players. LeBron at 3, I mean, he's the best passer in the league. He's the best playmaker in the league. I mean, yeah, LeBron's LeBron, you know? You know what you're getting with LeBron. So, I mean, I think LeBron's going to go crazy this year, but that's just me. Giannis at 2, I mean, so if Giannis is 2, that means Kevin Durant's 1. Yeah, Kevin Durant's 1. So, like, here's the thing. Giannis just closed out, like, an incredible game in the finals, and he had 50 points. He plays elite level defense. He's probably the best defender in the league overall. He's so hard to stop when he's going to the rim. So you gotta really decide, like, between these two, between Kevin and Giannis. I mean, Kevin Durant is the better offensive player because Kevin Durant is one of the best shooters in the league. He's a top 3 shooter in the league. Giannis is just a monster. Like, there's just not much you're doing. Giannis is much more physical and aggressive than Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant doesn't matter. Like look at Bradley Beal, right? Like, Bradley Beal's what, 6'6", like 6'7", somewhere around there, and Kevin Durant is shooting, and Bradley has to literally grab his wrist because he can't get to the ball. Like, Kevin Durant being 7 foot with, what did this say? No, it didn't say. But I mean, he's like 7 foot tall. He's got, I think it's a 7'6" or a 7'8" wingspan, and he releases the ball from all the way up here. Like, not many people can guard that, and even players who can guard that effectively, you know, they're far and few between, you know. I mean, look at Russell Westbrook right here. Russell Westbrook's just having flashbacks to when Kevin Durant was on his team, and he's just reminiscing about the good old days. So, yeah, I mean, either of these two you can flip, but overall, I think this is a pretty good list. The fact that Kyrie Irving's not on here at all is interesting. I mean, I don't know if they're taking injuries into account, because obviously Kyrie, if you're taking injuries into account, he probably won't be there. I mean, there's just so many good players in the league, you know? Because, I mean, Zion's at 20, and I said that I feel like he should be higher, but who do you bump down? So, yeah, I mean, overall, I think this is an okay top 20. I mean, I don't exactly agree with the order of it, but, yeah, you know, I think it's a pretty good list.